Hello everyone, Lead TV here. Normally I would do this kind of stuff off camera as, um, like a lot of stuff hasn't been shown, but I am extremely bored and I think, streaming is one of the only ways to get me to be motivated to do this. We did nearly complete the thing that I need to keep uploading SC. I have two videos prepped already, but well, recorded, I mean, but I can't record anymore until we finish the other thing. Uh, I will be writing in yellow a more stuff to do. Um, Other thing, which is kind of a problem, not at the very second, but like will be a problem, like if I keep like in like a few more episodes. The texture pack is barely ported over because we recently updated to. Okay, that's how do I hide what's on the? How do I hide what's on the F3 screen? Because there's a lot of stuff there, and it's too much for my brain to handle at the moment. What is all of this stuff? Um. Anyways, we are now on 1.21.8. 1.21.8. And the only things which are updated. Also, this area does have stuff from other series, like the Fun Saga crystals. Which, speaking of those, these are the only. Actually, hold on. The updated crystals relating to Fun Saga are just the Rose Crystal, which now is way higher quality, the Indigo Crystal, and the Purple Crystal, which, if I ever use these in SC, these are the ones I'll be using, not the old ones, since the old ones don't even work. Since Optifine, it doesn't work anymore. Um, but like, I think some of the random things which I've updated is the rotten apples, the and these things. I think that's literally all I've updated. Oh, and these things for TR. But I don't think I've updated anything else. Oh, and I guess Crystal Scepter, though for some reason the animation isn't showing. Though I have animations on, I believe. Wait, does this turn off animations for items? I thought that only did that for... Okay, yeah, that for some reason toggles item animations as well. I thought that only toggled animations for... Uh... Oh yeah, I need to get a scepter. I don't think the scepter exists. Some of these are just random things. Um... These are all the old textures. Here we got the rose, indigo, and purple, which I'm gonna need to update the rest of these. I forget what's over there. Oh, uh, anyways, uh, after season 1 finishes, I'm probably going to redo like the first 15 episodes because there was like very little direction, like everything was just not very little direction, but like there was little being explained during when the story was starting out. So like it took till episode 15 to actually um, explain what each chromatic is or like their powers and everything while uh while in episode like 3 we get thrown into the story um and while having no clue what's going on, we for some reason decide it's a good idea to break into this place. I don't know why the characters decided that was a good idea. Actually, I do know why, because Yellow got kidnapped, but like I don't know why we just went with it, like no second thought. But yeah, but I actually haven't been back here since we recorded the previous thing, which was like like at least a few months ago. Oh, right after redo all the NPCs. Um, y'all still don't get to see what's down there, especially because you can't even see it anymore. The resource pack's broken. I still gotta fix that, but um, like I hate how I didn't get to explain anything early on because I kind of wanted it to be explained during the episodes. Okay, yeah, I can't tell if that's a bot or something, but uh, I'm just gonna ignore that. Anyways, someone's in my Twitch chat, and the first thing they do is promote their Discord. Anyways, um, another thing which is annoying, armor resource packs don't work anymore. I have to redo all the guards' armors with just replacing generic armor. I think the one I'm gonna replace is chainmail because like when are we ever gonna use that? And netherite because when are we ever gonna use that? But uh optified armor replacing doesn't work anymore. And that's super annoying, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But I should like both of these. The diamond stuff here is just rose stuff, but the resource pack doesn't work anymore, so I have to redo that. But yeah, normally I would uh just like maybe post it. Hold on, so the reason why I haven't uploaded anything since episode 18 is because since we couldn't keep recording for a little bit, like we only might do the next recording next week because we still have a few more things, like we're almost finished with what we're doing, but or with the or with the build we need, but uh it's still not done. So once that's done, then we can keep recording. But we haven't recorded uh, before yesterday in months. So I'm actually going to record or edit on stream a little bit of the next episode, which was recorded months ago. I actually haven't seen this kingdom without the shaders on in a while. This looks too smooth on my eyes. Like everything's like a mute color now. Or not mute, but like it all blends too much to where it just looks like, oh yeah, this is just here. I don't know. Uh, Look at that increase in FPS. I now have 100 FPS. Oh yeah, the horses. Bruce and Pedal. Where's my horse? Did my horse die? Or did I leave it the... I think I left it at the Winter Kingdom, which... Or Winter Village, which... let me hide my screen real quick. I'm hiding my screen for one reason. And you a little bit will be spoiled by this, but y'all don't get to see what happened to Navy Kingdom. Okay, my horse is still here. I'll have to get that teleport out later, but I spent so long on I believe I spent months on this kingdom or this village alone. And I only got to use it once before what happened and what's gonna happen and happens, and it's unusable. Like this is such a nice set. Like there's not much story potential for it since literally nothing has interiors. But like this was so nice. Probably one of my top 10 set. Well, I actually don't know how many sets we have on here. But this is one of my favorites. Like I rarely visit here that often. I'll just I'm gonna fly over here and give y'all a sneak peek at something that's still being under construction, but that will be shown pretty soon. And this, y'all remember this from when Lead was experiencing hallucinations, or at least, yeah. I'll tell you that I won't confirm or deny whether or not that's true, but that is one thing y'all could be thinking. Why is there a village here? I disabled villages on this seed. Anyways, Rose Village. Anyways, why do I keep saying anyways? I'm going to actually I need to hide my screen for a second. Why is it taking forever to load? Okay, I'll just load a new project because. And then. Ow. And then import the SC intro stuff, which. Do not want y'all seeing my files. No, I do not want to upgrade. If I wanted to upgrade, I would have done it 50 versions ago. I'm unsure of which one of these is. Okay. Where do I keep the SC intro? Are you telling me that I do not have just the intro lying around? Are you telling me I got to go to the previous episode and cut it away? Yeah, I actually haven't watched this in a while. When was this made, actually? Of course, there's no audio here. I know there's audio to this. Why can't I hear it? Can y'all hear it? Because I have no clue what's going on. Maybe I need to. Actually, it wouldn't make sense for y'all to be able to hear it since I don't have that hooked up on Discord. This was made 6 months ago. No, I do not want to close the program. Why would I want to close the program? And why is it still hooking up to that one? Does this just hate my headphones? Do I need to turn off and re-enable my earbuds? Because I will do that. What do you mean it's connected but not as an audio device? More volume settings. Move this over here. Bluetooth and devices. Remove device. What do you mean couldn't disconnect? That's crazy. Okay, I'm turning off the earbuds. The device isn't even on. I do not want to unplug and replug. Like, why is it not connecting? Why are my earbuds being like this? Okay, this is really annoying. I was supposed to be editing this like 15 minutes ago. Okay, so my headphones are the problem. Why? And why does it say that there's two devices connected? There's none connected. Do I need to turn off Bluetooth and turn them back on? Nope, it says connected, but it ain't connected. Why is it like this? Finally. Why is that so loud? And why is this lagging so much? Okay. Now I can... Actually, I think I did pretty well with this. All of this was recorded in single player. Including the cinematics. There's the intro, hold on. Alright, yeah, this still used the old texture pack, and if I remember the old skin, because, like, there's my old skin, and then green's still a little naked. There's the old redstone texture, and I can't remember if we still use the rose wool texture, but I don't remember. I'll just play this and watch it. If I remember, this entire thing was made the same day that we recorded episode 2. So, like, this wasn't even recorded during episode 1. Like, I think this shot was actually taken from the trailer, if I remember. And this shot was supposed to mimic when Light was walking down in the trailer. Also, completed throne room. Actually, no, this still didn't have the completed throne room. You can kind of see over here. The throne room is complete now, but, like, there's just an empty chamber over here because we never did anything with that. So I think I'm gonna stop doing the previously because, like, if you're watching in the playlist, then you'll probably already know what's happened last, and if not, then you can just look at the last video in the playlist. If you have, or if you're not watching in the playlist, then you probably wouldn't want to just get, or like if you're just watching this because you randomly saw it on YouTube and you click on it, then you're probably gonna want to, like, not want to be, like, rushed with all this random, like, boring background information, like, oh yeah, this happened and this happened in a previous episode. Plus, this episode is kind of leaving off where we left off. I can't remember though. I think it did. So, like, it doesn't follow the same story as the previous episode. Like, it's where we cliffhangered, I believe. Like, if I go to... I don't know why I'm pulling up YouTube. I have the previous episode right here. Like, it's right when... It'll only be the second time I'm ever doing that in this world. I like to get a good night's sleep. But yeah, what the? What's... Is that a... Oh, right, back when the texture pack actually worked for the leaves. And we forgot the texture pack for the wood. Great. I hated this outro, but we had nothing else in its place. I'll put in music afterwards. Why is this so dark? Like... If I'm Minecraft, I'll just crash right now. If I don't disable the... Okay. Do I have subtitles on? Or... Do not want subtitles on, and I do not want... Hide this. Hide the FPS thing. Okay. Okay, this thing is kind of annoying, the arrow thing. Since I think green had that as well. Okay, did I hide it? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, good. What were my shader settings? Because, like, for some reason, every time I held the lantern, the light would be slightly green for a second. Go downstairs, John. Is everyone ready? Type E in chat if you're ready. I think I had to redo this like 4 times. Everyone, do you know what you're doing, Light? Also, I think midway through the episode we lost a Nick. Since I don't think that's the Nick we used last time we were recording. Why is he holding a shield? Oh, I did not notice that was you. I thought you were just some random yellow. Why is this so quiet? Okay. No, that's way too bright. Yeah, I'm not sure. What does the threshold do? Ew. You know what? No, no, no. No. Okay, I'll leave this off. This does literally nothing at the moment. Okay, yeah. I'll just disable this. See how it looks. This should be what it looks like default. Oh, I did not notice that. Okay, it's so dark, but like... Why did I start this so weirdly? Like, I don't think... Like, this was months ago, and I'm like... But it's also the next thing I'm posting. I'm cringing at how bad I was at this, and I probably am still just as bad, since I don't think I haven't recorded that much since then. I mean, this was recorded before we started Fun Saga, I think. Actually, when did we start No, this was recorded like midway into season 1, I think, or like. Oh yes, I don't think I've recorded that much during this, or during that, or since then. Can you believe there's 118 episodes of Fun Saga right now? Uh, what's my FOV? Why is it so high? I thought you were just some random. Hello, lead. Why do you have it? Where did you get the shield from? Okay, but why does RB always do that? Like, he always pulls. Like, even during last recording, he pulled that out for some reason. Put the shield away. Where'd you get the shield? Hello, lead. Hello, lead. Why is my name not capitalized? I forget what my default was for the Zoom thing, but I think from now on I'm just gonna do this because you can see the full message. Hello, lead. Why do you have it? Where did you get the shield from? Okay. Also, I forgot to turn on portal animations. I need nether portal animations on so that it doesn't look so weird. Okay. You ready? 3, 2, 1. From a distance, he looked like just a. From a distance. Why is this like this? Is it relevant to this? Do I gotta mute this and mute this and then fade in this? How do I remove the 3, 2, 1? From a distance, he looked like just a generic yellow Steve, probably because you didn't have your chest plate on. Hello, light. Fair. What brings you here? Fair. What brings you here? Light. John, go downstairs. suppose. Anyways, I need to show you something. Anyways, I need to show you. Fair. What brings you here today, I suppose. Anyways, I need to show you something. You need? Like, you something. You need? Like, is it like life or death or something? Also, check this out. Green gave me this cool new sword. It's enchanted. And unbreakable. Part of it. No one shall ask how Green is able to make an unbreakable rose sword. He just can't, okay? He's just built different. I forget, does it? Please tell me I had... Okay, okay. Alright, well, lead the way. Lead the way, he says as he runs straight into the portal. Clearly leading the way himself. Raise my render distance a little bit so that we can see the wall. Alright, yeah, I believe I had my render distance at 2 because, like, for some reason around that time, my computer just wouldn't let me do anything without it lagging, like, a bunch. I don't even think I need a transition. Look at that. That's smooth. Hold on, look at this. Lead the way. That... Alright, well, chat, look at that. The lightning. That's actually perfect. Like, I don't even want to use a transition there. Alright, well, lead the way. I will see what it looks like with the transition. There's 2 different transitions we occasionally use. There's Flash, and then there's... And unbreakable. Okay. Alright, well, lead the way. Okay, that makes it look like there's a cut there. What does white fade look like here? White fade. Lead the way. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't get a good enough look at that. Unbreakable. Part of it. Alright, well, lead the way. Okay, that's not bad, but I also like how it looks generically. Alright, well, lead the way. I feel like I'm gonna go with no transition there. Alright, well, lead the way. Yeah, I feel like that's smooth enough. So we going to the same place as last time? I'm guessing. Oh right, yeah, I probably should put on my full armor. Actually, I just realized I'm darker than the or my clothes are darker than the armor, because so I should probably just not wear the armor at night, right? And just like hide within the bushes since I'm wearing green. That would work, except when there's people running around. I realize that there's still people out, so I'm gonna wear the armor so that I don't get like fire or something. Your house this way. Like no armor when in the leaves or in darkness, but when wandering the streets, the lights are warm. It's darkness. It's infecting the path. Wait. From what Greens told me, the path siphons a yellow chromatic energy through the kingdom, empowering the yellows. Is this weakening them? Is the Nightmare King siphoning darkness through this? Try it. Your house is this way. Did you forget where your house is? Oh, this view looks neat. Despite the fact of how bad this place is that light right there. That's not your house. Okay, yeah, this is. I'm just gonna cut this part. I need to stop saying Are there any like acting exercises which I can like do to like get myself to stop saying My voice is so annoying. I'll just cut from when I'm looking at the door. Okay, does that look clean? Does that cut look clean? Okay, yeah, no one would notice. Well, besides y'all. But like when watching the episode, it looks clean enough. I didn't. Actually, I did remember. I just forgot their names. Wait, what is this? Like, wait, what is this? Was this always here, or what the heck? Spoiler alert, I probably should have put in the title. What is this? Yes. How do you just have painting now? I was realizing never mind, I got multiple painting. Guess that's not that weird. What, can't a secret base have style? Was this always here? always here? Since you already know about our plan, I might as well explain one more thing. I keep forgetting to do the Zoom. Since you already know about our plan, I might as well explain one more thing. I cannot read. Like you can hear me struggling to read that. Was this was this did you always the orange turn what? Like was this did you always the orange? What? The orange turn. I. Of course, there's a professor. Elaborate. Since I actually haven't rewatched this since we recorded it. And we only recorded the following episode yesterday, and this was recorded in April. So I'm unsure if actually need to see when the last actually hold on. I'm just checking something. But we last recorded in before yesterday in April, and we kind of go over the same topic in both episodes. Not this exactly the same topic. The following episode elaborates more, and we get to see the Orange Steve's perspectives. Okay, yeah, so literally all of Fun Saga was recorded in between this episode and the next episode. That's crazy. Danger. Elaborate. The Orange Steves are in danger. Okay, this entire section is just me standing there, so I'm just gonna cut that. Did you always the Orange Steves are in what? What? Nightmare's doing a thing with the Orange Steves and threatening them. Okay, I think this message is not entirely my fault. I couldn't read it. Nightmare is doing thing with the Orange Steve and threatening them. So Toblix had previously pointed out that during a previous episode, the voice actor for Light, or not the voice, the actor for Light couldn't type they did not know how to proper. They did not know how to type properly. Clearly, I'm sorry to whoever acted as Light this episode. I don't even know. Since name tags were disabled in Tab at the time for some reason. But I'm sorry, I cannot read this. I'm kind of tempted to voice over some of myself reading these and read them not read them correctly, but read them as what they probably meant. Because Nightmare's doing a thing with the Orange Steves and threatening them. I'm just gonna see what the next thing is.
That does not sound good. That sounds. These are what? Nightmares doing a thing with the orange thieves and threatening them. That does not sound good.
I should probably put a disclaimer here. Because I both feel bad for the person who wrote these and the person who. This is why in the later episode, like the next episode, I just decided, okay, for when the person can't type, I'll just change my nickname, like my own nickname, and write disclaimer for sorry for bad spelling, or not bad spelling, sorry for bad typing. I'll just put that since I don't. My brain won't allow me to elaborate on what. I'll just. I'll just shut down.
Doing a thing with the orange thieves and threatening them. That does not sound good. That sounds bad, actually.
Sorry, I wish we had enough people last time to re-record this episode.
Random question. This was never really explained. And I really hope this isn't offensive asking this. So what are the like elders and stuff? Are those like are those like just old people? Yeah. Okay, that was confusing me. I'm sorry if that sounded offensive. I just genuinely didn't know. Okay. But back on what you were saying with the oranges, what's happening? Wait, are there I just realized. Also, they don't like Nightmare. I just realized. I saw these arrows on the map last time, but I didn't realize that means a map is there. So these are all the bases. Yeah. So explain the Orange Thief situation.
I don't think I explained it to him before the episode. This is mainly my fault. Nothing is said through here. I think this is.
The orange. The oranges are being kidnapped by Nightmare, and if they say anything, the leader it will lead to a war. So let me get this straight. So Nightmare's taking oranges.
This episode was planned to be way better than it was.
Orders are being given by Nightmare,
But
and if they say anything to the leader, it will lead to a war.
what's sad is I actually plan to have an entire arc relating to the uh rebellion, but I'm kind of scared to do that now just because of how not good the rebellion episodes have been so far. Like Toblix had written out a whole uh section of the story for the rebellion, but I can't really do much with it besides
So,
flesh out the
let me get
story
this straight. So,
because
Nightmare's taking oranges and doing stuff, kidnapping them, and to the ones that he lets go or to the ones that escape, if they say anything to the leader, either the orange leader will cause war with them, which sounds bad, or the Nightmare King will siege the orange village. Pause. Bring up how they are in an alliance. That's why bring up how they are in an alliance. That's why the sheriff wants them. Crazy.
crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats. Rats. I hate rats. That's gonna get crazy.
What is this? Or is that a nice house? Or is that house right here? Why
What?
is there just a house outside? Yeah. I think right now I'm not getting past. But we're at Peace Universities. That's that part. I think right now I'm not getting past. But we're at Peace Universities.
Zoom in on the text last time, or did I just for or last time I zoomed in a text, or did I just zoom in on the face? Okay.
So is that guy texting Jarvis?
See.
He looks like a professor. He wears the same coat as the other professors. He has goggles. I'm guessing he's a professor. Is he infected? Nah, that's professor. He spelled professor wrong, I think.
No, wait, did he? No, he didn't. Is it one F or one R? Okay.
What? No, you didn't. I'm stupid. Yeah, you did. The ends with an F, but whatever. Great, great. He has goggles. I'm guessing he's a professor. Is he infected? Nah, that's the professor. Uh, Pickles. Is he infected with the darkness? That's not good. Why?
Oh, I think yellow played light.
That's nice. Um, hello. Hi. Lead. This is fake.
His boyfriend. No, I'm kidding.
Lead. This is fake.
Why don't?
Still fake.
Why doesn't he capitalize any name tags? Like,
Hello,
spell wrong.
my friend.
Okay, yeah. Beforehand, I was getting a little bit lazy with this thing, but at this point, I need to do this. Otherwise, there's too much empty space.
Hello, Faith. Hello. Hello. My friend. Hello. My friend. Why did you why'd you close?
What?
Why'd you close? Why'd you close?
I'm now very confused.
Whatever. Alright, so your friend I'm confused. Whatever. Alright. So your friend so your friend back to the question I had, is that darkness on the professor?
Is that darkness on the professor?
Yes.
Why'd I mumble so much? Chat, do I mumble as much? I see there's one person watching my stream, and I have no clue who it is. Do I still mumble as much? Like,
Frozen or whoever's playing the professor, are you here? Alright, Vigil. Yeah, but you haven't like moved your head or anything, and we are right. I roleplay Frozen. Yes. Darkness on the professor? Yes. Okay. Back in my day. Back in my yes. Back in my days. Oh my gosh, shut up. You said this exact same story 20 seconds ago. Yeah. Or 20. Oh, wait. Can you say that? Can you. Can you. Seconds ago. Yeah. Or 20. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, shut up. You. Day you said. Oh. Oh my gosh, shut up. You've said that exact same story 20 times now. Do you have dementia?
bruh, elders aren't even that old. Elders are like in their 40s or something. Elders are middle age. Light's almost an elder. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Actually, yeah, Light's almost an elder. Since he was here from the start of the Yellow Kingdom. He was one of the first.
Shut up. You've said that exact same story 20 times now. Do you have dementia? Professor? Elder? Yes. Huh? I guess I'll just sit here or something. Yeah. Oh, hey, the same both tables. Hello, Professor and Elder. Hello. are the plans? Hello. How are the plans going, Professor? Hello, do you want to hear a story? No! We're good. Uh, maybe another time. Maybe another time, Elder. Is that darkness on your shoulder? What happened?
Okay, Light wouldn't say this. I'm gonna cut this.
Shut up, Elder. Go sleep.
And then so that it's not shown, I'll just...
Okay. Ugh. Don't actually say Z, just, like... Okay, why do you have a are
Yeah, Light wouldn't say this.
What happened? What happened? Elder? What happened? Why do you have a are you planning on killing killing the Elder? Why do you have a shovel? You broke the table. Actually, no, fix the table and then count it.
I don't remember this happening, so this is going in the blooper reel. What do you mean, Professor? What do you mean your tax money? This entire place was built by Light.
Scaffolding, replace the table. Alright. Alright, 3, 2, 1. So, what is your plan since you said how's the plans going? What exactly are the plans? But the king happened to my shoulder.
Hey, yo. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm confused. I'm in pain. Pause. 3, 2, 1. So, what's your story exactly? But the king happened to my. What is your plan since you said how?
Okay, yeah, I'll just cut that.
So, what's your story exactly? Stop the darkness and save the professor's friend, save the orange and other thieves. A long time ago, the king and I were friends. Until he discovered the darkness. Also, someone's unmuted. Until he discovered the darkness. A long time ago, the king and I were friends. Until he discovered the darkness. It took over his mind, turning him corrupt. Can you send that? Can you send? Can you send that again? Okay. He forced me to help his mind, turning him corrupt. He forced me to help him with his experiments. He forced me to help him with his experiments. But when I refused, he tried to infect me. But I escaped. banished from the kingdom and assumed to be dead by the people. So now I live here, helping the rebellion in any way I can.
Where'd this on accent come from?
That
That's rough, buddy.
that any way I can. That sad. That sad. I'm sorry for you. I, I'm not gonna ask about the. I, I'm not gonna ask about the elder. Professor, Professor is working on a weakness to the darkness. So how exactly does what? Too complicated to explain right now, probably. Finally, the old man took a nap. The lightning. No, don't say that.
That's not. That's not.
Did you wake him? How did that not wake him up? You just bonked him on the head with a shovel.
I have no.
Old wolves, cats. Stop hitting him! Stop hitting him, light. Huh? You're gonna kill him. Is there anything else we need to discuss? No, now I gotta listen to the same fishing story for the 16th time.
They said it was 20th.
20th.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
You're getting dementia. Okay. Light. Come on. So the oranges are going to war. I mean, the oranges and yellows might go to war. That something's off about this painting. I don't know what. Whatever. Well, hazy and sparky. Anyways, I should probably put back on my armor, right? If we're leaving. Alright. Yes.
I'm guessing this is before they installed a curfew, because yellows aren't supposed to be allowed out this late, but
Light. I can't run that fast. Wait up.
and then
I should probably take this off, right? Yeah. No. All right. Pause.
I say a lot.
Basically, all you're gonna do is say, "Hey, a or whatever armor. All right, right. 3, 2, 1. So we gonna go back to the so we gonna go. So we gonna go back to the so we gonna go back to the hub, or at least you gotta bring me back, right? Yeah, bud. Why'd you say it like that? Hey, fade to black.
Now I gotta add a little black screen at the end so that it can show the end card. So how long does this last? 3. Okay, so that's 5 seconds. I'll make it last for. It's like 9 seconds. Yeah. Now time to do the music. Which, depending on the episode, could either be the easiest or hardest thing. Actually, I should probably do this part off stream just because, or I'll mute this part just because some of this music might be copyrighted on Twitch. Actually, I need to use the restroom, so BRB. Okay, I'm back. Why is there words to this? When did I add this? Oh. No wonder. should be. I feel like this is too upbeat. Do I want Minecraft music? I don't think I want Minecraft music for this. I feel like this kind of works. The funniest thing is, I think this is the biggest bunker And yet this was just supposed to be a small room in the bunker, but it ain't. It was going to connect to multiple people's houses, but we never got that far. How long is this song? Okay, it's 3 minutes. I feel like that doesn't fit this episode. Um, no, this is more of like a battle theme. That's Yellow's theme. What would this be like here? It probably won't go good here. I have no clue if my microphone thinks I'm speaking or not because half the time it's lit. The icon things lit up like a light bulb, even when I'm not speaking. So I might just mute for the rest of while I'm editing this. if you're wondering why I'm loading up 1.12, it's so that I can do the thumbnail, since I'm not waiting to do the thumbnail. I'm going to upload this and it'll be releasing tomorrow, probably. Or in a couple hours, or in like 12 hours, like 10 hours. Since I don't have time today to um, I probably won't keep editing videos on stream. This one was just kind of to show y'all like my processes and stuff. Like I think it took like an hour on stream to edit this, since we started at like 30 minutes. And we started at like 30 minutes and then we got done like 15 minutes ago. So I don't know why Minecraft's taking forever, but this is still halfway rendered. Still only halfway rendered. So yeah. Also, I just put an announcement in my Discord that for a lot of future videos, people in the Discord will get to see them a few hours early. I'll think of which world it is supposed to be, but yeah, it's this one probably. Probably. Anyways, I'm going to hide my inventory right now because y'all aren't supposed to see this or some of the stuff. There's a sea lead, and then I can just make a new model for the LCs because why wouldn't I? Okay, I'm just gonna line up everyone who I'll need. Okay, I made. Is Fred 5 the one which is the one which I normally use? Fred, Skin, Steve's, Yellow. Yeah, it is. Fred 5 is the one which is like Alex 5. I don't know why I called it 5. I think I just picked a random number or I tried to do 4 and it didn't work. Or not 4, it didn't work. I think I tried 4 and messed it up, so I just made a new one, which... No. Professor, you stay a professor and not... You do not become Yellow Steve. Um... I have genuinely no clue why that happened. Okay, this shall be light. I feel like this scene was overcrowded. I'll just use these 4 characters. Also, yes, there's a whole bunch of command blocks over there, which do barely anything. Y'all get feat reveals of this stuff. That might be explaining a little too much, but anyways. I meant feat reveals of the characters in the cages. Not anything else. They have shoes on. Stop being weird. Anyways, scaffolding doesn't exist. Or yeah, I can just use an actual table. I'm using my, nope, that, no. Hmm. What about, actually, hold on. I'm gonna use, for the floor, for the scene. No, why'd I do that? And then it doesn't really matter what I do for the roof, but I do need to make a roof so that with the shaders, the lighting won't be all whack. So I'll just use this. It's simple. Why'd I hear walking? I'm the only entity in this world. There should not have been a walking sound. I didn't walk on grass. You know what'd be funny? Unrealistic but funny. Just prepping the shot. I feel like the shot looks a bit empty also. gotta leave space in the bottom corner for the title. Is there any... I can't find any good angles. And I am perfectly fine with redoing this entire thing if there's no good angles or no good shots. Okay, the shot looks too boring. Where's like a map? Save this pose and then edit it. Because I kind of want like him to be holding his arm, like. It's kind of backwards. Or if I like it, I can come back to it. But I'm gonna finish the thumbnail and then first I'm gonna go ahead and blur stuff like the lights. It's not the focus of the shot. And a little bit of the background. I won't entirely blur lights map, but like that looks a bit too focused. Next, I'm gonna take this tool. Let me do it. I get a regular pen, and then just like this. Just the process. It will definitely look weird at the beginning, but afterwards y'all will understand what I am doing. Mainly because I've done this with other pictures or thumbnails or whatever. Kinda wish I put on music. I'm kind of bored. And I'm almost done anyways. So this looks alright, right? Now for the fun part. Not this one. Not this one. Not that one. It's either this one or this one. No, it's this one, and then set to like 50%. Actually, yeah, I'll leave it at like 50%. Next, I want to. What was that noise? Anyways. Actually, I haven't done this effect yet, but I think I want to add like a blur to it. A blur or like a. I don't know. I'm gonna try out different things because, like, why not? So you can either be like a. Yeah, that's cool. Do I want this above or below? It makes literally no difference. I guess above. And then I kind of want like a little shimmer on the glasses. Or on the goggles. Do I want it to just be like this, or that's too unnoticeable. That looks like it's just a blur. That looks like cool, but what's the point? Maybe I should follow the direction of the light being up here. I actually don't think there's a lens in the second one, is there? Is there a lens in the second one? No, it's just his hair. What if it's like the entire square which is glowing? Nah. Yeah, I think that looks normal. Obviously, I need the logo. I don't have the regular copy, so I'm just gonna remake it. I remember it's just. Since it's in the bottom corner, it would be like this, right? Yeah. And then. Alright, now SC19. Now that I'm done with this, I can just remove all the NPCs since NPCs lag the world, and I do not want that. So I actively remove NPCs besides the asset ones. Which two of those are skins which y'all don't know what the front of them look like unless you've seen the skin decks. Anyways. I'm going to pull up my YouTube and upload. Actually, okay, I guess I'll upload that in 20 minutes. I guess thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys, well, once this is uploaded. Like y'all will see this once it's uploaded. So yeah, I'll see you guys in 7 hours, I think. I don't know. Or, like, let's,